What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your man Farouk right here. You're checking out He Cooks, He Scores. Chef Rook is in the building bringing you something that is near and dear to my heart because it's literally one of the first sauces that I created on my own with no outside inspiration or influence. And it is my roasted pepper cream corn sauce. And this is gonna go great with some brown rice, with a little arugula salad and some nice perfectly cooked white fish. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do it right here, right now. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna chop up some onion. I got some already pre-chopped here, and we're gonna chop up a little bit more. Remember to watch your fingernails as you're chopping up here. And just give it a little, just a little nice little dice and chop because everything is going in the blender. So I got about 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna put it in this pot back here, turn up the heat a little bit. We're gonna get that good and melted because in there is gonna go our onions, our corn, and some cream, which I got over here to the side. I've already roasted some peppers. They're gonna come out looking like this. All you have to do is take some peppers. I got tricolor peppers. I got yellow, orange, red, and then you wanna use the sweet ones. And then you wanna get some olive oil, put them in those, put it in the oven on 375, wait until the skin turns out like this. And then when you want to do something called sweating it out, where you take it and you put it into a container or a plastic bag, put a lid on it, close the bag up, and you're going to come out and they're going to look like this and we're going to peel them. But I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. I got my butter working back here. It's getting all melted. I'm going to throw my onions in right now because I don't want them to get all brown. Just want them to get translucent and soft and get that flavor. Let's get the rest of these onions in here. All right. Got that going. And now we got some corn. This is some frozen sweet white corn. This is what you want, some sweet corn. If you want to get it off the cob, make it a little bit harder on yourself, you can. But look, man, I say cook smarter, not harder. So here we go right here. Got my onions in there, my butter. We're going to throw in this corn. This is probably about a cup of corn. Now, while that's working, I'm going to show you guys how to peel these peppers once they're steamed, all right? So you're going to take your peppers, and I already done 2 of them. I have them here in my blender. That's where it's going to all go and get all good and blended up, okay? So we got that going right here and put this on the side. Now, what you want to do after they sweat it out, the pepper is going to get all soft like this. You can take and just pull all the seeds right on out. The seeds should be coming right out of the middle here. So you don't really have to mess with the seeds too much. All right, so it's going to peel open like this. And all you want to do is it should happen real easy. The skin will just separate from the meat of the pepper. Real simple. You've already sweated it out and this is exactly what you got here. Peel, look at that. That skin comes right off just like that. And you're left with just the meat of the pepper, some roasted pepper right there. And we're gonna take that and put that right in the blender. Don't worry, all that roasting flavor is still gonna be right there. Look at this, look how the skin is just peeling right on off. Throw that in there and try to get as many of the seeds off as you can. You can rinse it off if you like. I'm gonna mix in my cream here. And you got probably about a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of cream, all right? I'm gonna let that get in there. All nice and good. Just till it just covers the corn and the onions. You just want it to just cover a little bit. And you don't want this cream to boil. So you just want to keep an eye on it, keep stirring it. You may want to turn your light down a little bit, maybe to a medium low. Here I have some white Alaskan cod. You can use any other kind of white fish, whether you use sway, you want to use some tilapia, whatever kind of white fish. I just prefer that you use a white fish, all right? So we're going to take them, we're going to season this up. I got some salt here. Remember, sprinkle high so you get some good coverage. This is sea salt. Now, fellas, if you're going to elevate your game here, let me tell you, man, stop using the little salt with the lady with the umbrella. Don't use that anymore. We got to go to sea salt. Got to go to sea salt. Now, I got to tell you guys about my first experience with sea salt. I was on this TV show on Fox, MasterChef, first season, you might have heard about it. Everybody knows me as the black guy that not only cried, but forgot the salt in his macaroni and cheese. Well, I'm here to set the record straight. I didn't forget the salt, man. That was my first time using sea salt, and sea salt is not as powerful as that iodized stuff that most of us use, the table salt. So this is the stuff right here. I did use the salt. As a matter of fact, I got a little treat for you. You see this salt shaker right here? This salt shaker right here is actually the salt shaker that I used on MasterChef. Hasn't been used since, but there we go. So I got this already some sea salt. We're gonna throw some cracked pepper on here. Now, whenever I do seafood, I always go to my trusty friend. You want to get that little pat down. My trusty friend in seafood is Mr. Bay Seasoning, an Old Bay seasoning. I always give that a little sprinkle right there. You want to make sure you sprinkle and season on both sides, all right? Let's get that a little flip. And we're going to get our pan nice and hot back here. I already have it kind of preheated. You go here, you go here. All right. Now we're going to turn this up to about a medium high, okay? And we're going to get some olive oil in this pan. I got a little olive oil. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and get fancy with it. I got my own little seasoned olive oil I use right here. It's got some fresh garlic and some chilies in here. It's gonna give a nice little flavor to the fish. just in the cooking process. About a tablespoon or two of olive oil. We're gonna get that nice pan nice and hot, wait for a little smoke to come off of that. We're gonna get our fish in, all right? Now, while that's working, we get our pan going. I got my roasted peppers in here, and we're gonna actually dump this into our blender right here. Boom. Now, normally if you have a regular blender that's got a top on it, of course all blenders got a top, but if you got a blender that has a top on it, this is a different kind because it actually top goes on the bottom here. But if you have a regular kind, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna want to make sure you put a little towel over it, because when you got hot liquid in there, the steam and everything can kind of blow up a little bit. So we're gonna blend this up here. All right, looks like our sauce is good and blended here. And what we wanna do after the sauce is done, we wanna actually take and throw this right back in the pan, all right? Throw this, look at that, the color, it's a beautiful color. We wanna throw this right back in the pan and let that get nice and heated up, because this is gonna be an amazing, amazing sauce. I'm telling you, when you put this on your fish and on the rice and everything, it's just gonna be a beautiful thing. And I'm gonna show you guys a little consistency, the consistency of the sauce here. When you're making sauces, you never want them to like roll off the spoon, all right? You want it to kind of stick to the spoon a little bit. And this is a little test right here. You put that in, look at that, sticking right to the spoon. Now we're gonna get our fish on the sear right now. That's why you wanna get a good sear on your fish. And the only way to do that is make sure you got a really, really hot pan. You see some smoke coming up? Let's do that. We're gonna put our seasoning side down. Boom. Listen to that. Perfect. And now the fish is really gonna cook really quickly. Maybe 2.5 minutes on each side and you're good. But I got a little trick I'm gonna show you as this is going. And I'm gonna go ahead and taste my sauce again. Money, money, money. The fish is not gonna take too long, and everything else we gotta do is pretty much right in front of us. So I'm gonna show you guys how to go ahead and plate this right now, because we're almost there. We got our brown rice. I got some in the oven here. I'm gonna take that out. Already cooked. I normally do 2 cups of rice to like 3.5 cups of water. I use my rice cooker. If you got one, that's the way to go. So we got our plate here. We got some arugula, which we want to take some olive oil and sprinkle a little bit on top, only about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half or so. You don't want to overdress your greens, all right? We're going to salt and pepper our arugula here, just a little sprinkle to taste. You guys see me, you know I don't cook to no recipes, but I'm gonna make sure you guys get hooked up. Some black pepper, and then we're gonna go ahead, just get us a little hand toss, just a little gentle toss, right with your hand right there. Make sure we get a good coating of the olive oil all around. And now I'm hearing my fish. I know it's just about done here. My olive oil. That's gonna be good right there, boom. All right, now I'm gonna flip this fish right here. I'm starting to see some white on the outside. That means that side is pretty much done. See what kind of color we get on the other side when I flip this bad boy. Make sure you get under there. Nice little flip. Look at that, money. How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that right there? And we got a lot of little splashing. If you got one of those splash guards, make sure you get one. If not, don't even sweat it. You can clean up after the fact. You know, that's how we do it, fellas. We do the cooking in the kitchen. We let the ladies do the cleaning after we're done. That's how I like to roll. You know what I'm saying? I cook, you clean. That's the rules around here. So let that go for about 30 to 40 seconds. And this is what we're gonna do. Watch this. Boom. Turn it off. Turn it off, my man. Because you know what? The pan is still hot. The fish is still cooking. You're gonna be good. Trust me on this. Just because the pan is off, the fire's not burning no more, doesn't mean this fish isn't cooking. A lot of our meats we tend to overcook because we think we gotta cook it all the way through. No, this is like the resting period. Right now it's just resting in a hot pan, which is gonna cook it the rest of the way through. So we're gonna go ahead and get our plate all set up here. I got my sauce. Just put some sauce right on the bottom of the plate, all right? I'm gonna put some sauce right here on the bottom of the plate. Boom, just make a nice little pool of it right there, all right? Put that right on the bottom of the plate. Boom. Now, what I normally like to do is I normally like to take a little ramekin like this. It's kind of like a mold, right? So we're gonna take some rice. We're gonna put it in here. Let's just get rustic with it, all right? Put our rice right in there, right? We're gonna get a little mold. Pat it down. If you have like a regular mold, ring mold, you can use that. We're gonna pat this down. Just give it some nice shape, structure to our plate, and flip that over. Right there. Look at that. Boom. Flip that over right there in the sauce, right? And we're gonna take some of our greens. This is our baby arugula right here. Remember we did some olive oil, a little salt and pepper. Don't overdress it. Really simple. And then we wanna take this right here and just put some right on top. Just a little bit right on top. Look at that. Look at that. Looking pretty already. Put that right on top. Don't worry about those little pieces. Leave that fell right there. That's cool. Then we'll take our fish. Our fish is done. Boom. Nice done piece of fish. And we're just gonna put that right on top. Look at that, baby boy. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And that's it, man. That's all I got for you. Look at that. That's your dinner right there. Dinner for a king, dinner for a queen, dinner for your little prince, your little princess. I got you covered, man. White fish, Alaskan cod, arugula, brown rice with the roasted pepper cream corn sauce. I'm telling you, this thing is delicious. And I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys take a look at that. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, He Cooks, He Scores, Instagram, HeCooks.HeScores. And guess what? You can follow me on YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe, follow, share, like. Y'all know what to do on social media. This is it right here, baby. This is it. It's game time. He cooks, he scores.